Among the all-time top 20 cliches in rock has to be the term road warriors. But who better to apply it to than the no-holds-barred, good-time band from Atlanta that variously can be described as flower punk, garage, lo-fi, surf, pop, you name it, just call them the Black Lips. In the past year and a half, these guys have played the New York area more times than I can even remember, either in festival lineups, opening up for bands like the Raconteurs, or like tonight here at Maxwell's in Hoboken, New Jersey, playing shows of their own. They are great guys. They only get more interesting musically. They've got a movie in the works, tons of side projects, and we're about to talk to them about all of that and more. So step inside for a conversation with the Black Lips. Well, guys, good to see you. We're a little cramped here, but nice to see you again.
Good to see you.
It's been a while. The last few weeks have been interesting because, I mean, an opening slot for a band on the level of the Raconteurs is something kind of different for you, right?
It's very, very different.
And good different or bad different or just?
It's good. It's really. I mean, we've only played in festivals when it's that many people, but it's a different kind of show. We're starting to try to get used to the big stage and the sound. And
we showed up at the first night and they gave us a list of things we couldn't do.
well, in our tour book it says on the Black Lips page, please do not set your guitars on fire. So,
Yeah, they gave us a good hard time about it. It's funny.
No spitting, no touching the monitors, no guitars on fire. That's good enough. There's a list.
Spitting, you can't
spit,
adhere to that.
Yeah, I have to use the spit towel now.
Yeah, I have to wipe up my spit in there because I don't want them to slip on it.
Wow.
But we do appreciate the Raconteurs taking us on tour.
Exactly.
It's
Are they
the
good
best.
guys?
Yeah, they're awesome.
really awesome. Really
Cool.
nice.
Real good.
I remember when the deal first happened, there were people saying, wow, what a perfect marriage of band and label because of Vice's reputation and the reputation this band had in some respects. Was that part of why you wanted to go with them?
Yeah, I think they were accepting of like our behavior and stuff, and that was really cool.
We like the magazines.
Yeah, I'd always liked the magazine. And I like what they're doing with their TV channel, and the magazine's kind of going more for like a crazy journalistic thing, like going to strange places and reporting on
Kind of guerrilla journalism.
Yeah, guerrilla journalism, and that's kind of like our how we operate as a band too. We like to go to strange places and do things a little out of step. So it works out
Like
really
you
good.
did Israel, right?
Yeah, Israel, and this year we're going to Brazil, China, and India, possibly Japan. So we want to play anywhere and everywhere we can.
We've talked about going to Iraq. Like, we have a friend who his father's Iraqi and he smuggles people in the country. Or we could go in the green zone and do a USO show.
Right.
But if we do that, we'd rather play we don't want to really play in the green zone. We'd like to try a red zone show.
Like a guerrilla show. Like really
Vice
quick.
set up a heavy
Right in
metal
Sadr
show,
City in Baghdad, right?
You just roll out like 20 minutes. But they told me that like you can hire like a militia and basically like from going one place to the next you like start blasting guns and everybody flees and then you can like go in and do something.
If you had your way, would you rather be out with sort of like-minded bands, or would you rather be in a situation like with Raconteurs? I mean,
A little bit of both.
Yeah,
Probably.
well, really, I mean, we're pretty choosy about who we want to be on tour with. Like, a lot of bands, like, their labels or whoever will just throw them on any old tour because it might be a money-making tour or something like that. We like to have a little bit more aesthetic into the decision-making, you know. We don't want to play with a band that's full of crappy people or, make crappy music. We want to be on tour with our friends and like-minded individuals.
Yeah, and it's not even like they have to play the same type of music. Like Quintron and Miss Pussycat do disco music,
right?
But they have a similar like
aesthetic and
and
mentality.
mentality.
Right, exactly.
For sure.
And I've even gotten into picking our own DJs now. Like I like when we have our friends DJ the show.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the sound guy will play some like horrible CD and it just kills like the overall aesthetic of the show.
Right. Do the big, massive festivals, do you like them as much as you do?
Hell
your own
yeah.
show?
I like those the best.
You get paid really good.
Well, it's
Yeah.
just so much fun because like ATP versus Pitchfork Festival is fun because all the artists and the people there are all like in a motel all together. It's like rock and roll debauchery camp.
Yeah, it's like rock and roll camp.
I've heard that that's definitely.
It's really and like Coachella, it's just like super fun. You get to see everyone you see touring all year in one place.
So even though you might be playing a shorter set at a festival, or even though it may be fans that are there to see 20 other bands, as much as they're there to see you, that's still fine. It's still a good time.
It's all about the experience. It's just a blast. Especially in the summer, you know, there's pools and.
I always wonder about when you guys play cities a lot. Like here, I mean, I've seen you 5 times in the last year, and you've probably been in New York 20 times, right? Do you feel like you're playing to the converted a lot? That you're playing to a lot of the
Preaching to the choir?
Yeah. That you're
Well, I do think it's growing. Like, I think we used to play like 200 size places, and I think we could play 1,000 soon.
Yeah.
So it's growing.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see
Yeah.
different kids like that I would never have expected to see at any of.
Yeah, we
early
see some
shows.
jocks now. Some jocks will be like
Yeah.
pushing people around the pit.
Do you have friends come out like on the road, or girlfriends come out on the road, or
Occasionally, yeah.
or is that sort of a distraction that you don't necessarily need?
Well, there's just not that much room in the van.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But yeah, we have friends come out.
I think a better point about friends is we have so many friends around the world that almost by being on tour, we're able to be with our friends. Like being at home, we have a small group of friends, but we got so many friends everywhere. It's kind of nice to hang
I
out with
don't even
them.
really have many friends. All my friends live in other cities.
Honestly, me
Yeah.
too. I might have a couple. In there.
Yeah, home is where you make it.
Yeah, I've lost my social life a lot outside of the band, but there's a big social life within it. So
Sure, and you know, and that's probably another reason why festivals are fun, because you do get to see so many people in one place. You know,
Yeah,
you don't.
It really is rock and roll like camp.
Yeah.
It really is. It's just 100% balls out, just fun.
Right.
And you get free stuff too.
Everyone kind of loses a lot of their inhibitions and stuff like that. It's
A lot of their dignity too.
a lot of dignity.
Yeah. Does this kind of get annoying after a while? Interviews one after another.
not with you.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we're
not with
talking
you.
to John.
Yeah, right.
This is cool. No, serious. This is cool.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like at least when the record first came out, it was like everyone wanted a sort of a piece of you, or at least I saw a lot of interviews and.
The only interviews that get really like to be like a pain in the ass are when someone calls you on the phone that's really loud in the van and they don't have a tape recorder and they write down with pencil every answer you give, so it's like 10-minute break between every question. Those are the only ones.
Well,
that
if they're
really
like,
annoying.
oh, I'm sorry. Okay, next question. And then they say sorry like 12 times. It's like,
hold on,
stop saying
I have to
sorry,
write this down.
please.
John, do you know about our hotline?
I don't think so.
You don't know about our hotline?
No. I
We
mean,
have
like
a
an advice
hotline. Yeah, they know that fans can call. Well,
Not yet.
it's only when we're on tour though. Fans need to know that when we're not on tour,
Okay.
In the
it's not
US.
on. But it's got to be on tour in the U.S. But if those two things line up, they can call and talk to us because we need to do something with our drives.
It's like
Yeah.
our CB.
Well, who answers it? Like
Whoever's got it.
Whoever's
Whoever
got it.
feels like it.
This has been going for a long time.
Couple months.
Couple
Yeah,
months.
we had a
And
soldier.
if it's like a journalist from MTV News, you'll be like, forget it. This is a
I'm
hotline
serious.
for
We'll
the
do it. In
fans.
fact, what's the number?
949 10 shop, but the shop is with a 0.
Well, I can give the.
And the 10 is TEN.
949
949.
10 shop is how I
And then
remember it.
TEN
S
SH0P. And for real, if we're in America and we're on tour, you can make our long ass drives more fun.
but
Yeah.
not at 4 in the morning, hopefully.
We turn it up.
I got a call at 4:30 in the morning from a guy who now sings with a band that we played with 5 years ago from Athens, Ohio. And I got a call from Switzerland the other morning.
And if it's just someone who's wasted and has nothing to say, are you just like,
Try to
okay.
get off.
We're
We
like,
keep
oh.
them down to like 10 seconds.
They were like, all right, well, thank you for calling Black Lives Hotline. Bye.
We just start yelling.
We even had a soldier from Iraq call.
Wow.
That was actually pretty intense.
Wow.
But it was cool.
He
Yeah,
said-
anyone can call.
He said he goes out on convoy missions and listens to our song "Hippie Hippie Hooray,"
Yeah.
and he like probably kills people to our
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
It's pretty badass.
Wow, it's crazy. Well, Hippie Hippie Hooray might have the opposite effect.
Well, he said the other guys pick on him and call him a pussy because they listen to it Avenged
Avenged
Sevenfold, and he's
Yeah.
listening to
Of course they
flower
do. Of course
music.
they do.
We're
Yeah.
a little too
Hopefully he'll have some
We're
impact
wussy.
on
we're a little
them.
too wussy.